episode of Tiny House Studio Live. We're on episode number 26, guys. Dun, 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 dun. And my name is Touche. Hi, Kim. How are you? Thank you for watching. So we're painting more stars tonight because, guys, those last two paintings that I did sold. So I'm happy about that. We're gonna keep making more stars. Stores? No, stars. Yes. So we're gonna paint this nice little starry landscape, but this time I'm gonna make some snow-capped mountains, a la Bob Ross. I'm gonna call this paint style a la Bob Ross. I'm gonna try to coin this term. What's up there? Hi Kim. How are you? So it's gonna be there's gonna be a lot of oranges, some purples in this area here, some greens there. I'm gonna do my Truman Show beer advertisement. That's a beer. And yeah, so I'm gonna put this over here. I got a new logo. You can probably see the bottom part of it, but vinyl machines and all that. So I'm gonna put this up here as my reference. You don't necessarily need to see it as much as I do, so that's okay. But oh, my man Billy McCaw. What up, buddy? I'm glad you're here. What's this? Yeah. It's some tasty beer. I like the way they package the beer, where they put the rim around. It makes you feel like you're doing something every time you're unwrapping a beer. So even if you're getting drunk, still gives you a task. You're like, I'm productive. Put that right there. That's good. So tonight, we're going to be painting some starry nights. There's going to be some meteors, comets, whatever. Use your imagination. Aliens. There's going to be some aliens coming into the picture. No, Fozzie. Let's not do this. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Don't do it. Be nice. Come here. Good girl. Yes. Okay. Yeah. Whoa there. Okay. Hi. This is my cat. She's upset because I'm using her perch as a camera stand because we're on a budget, aren't we? We're on a budget. So, yeah. I know, everything's so horrible. Do you want some treats? Look, this is how I right my wrongs, by giving gifts. Here you go. Fetch. I don't recommend this for anybody who owns a cat. This is what I do. I'm not saying I'm perfect, I'm just saying I'm a human. And I don't know how to raise a cat. Enjoy some treats. Okay. That should starve her off for another 15 minutes. So let's get to work. Now, I'm going to go ahead and start off with painting a swash of the sky. I'm going to use a lot of wet colors today because I was watching some Bob Ross videos and I learned a thing or two. So, what I'm going to do is immediately put, look at that, brand new, this is a Liquitex Professional High Gloss Heavy Gel. This is a medium. And what you do, I actually prefer, most of the time, to only open a portion of this, like so I can kind of control my use of it, you know. Otherwise, you start dipping paintbrushes into it, you start messing it with it. I'm not good at that, you know. So I'm gonna put a healthy amount in here. I'm gonna need a lot for this painting. I'm just gonna put that in the middle because I don't necessarily have an organization method yet, so this is called painting with Touche, where you paint the Touche way, and the Touche way is no way at all. So just enjoy yourself. And then I'm gonna grab. What do we need? We need some blues, right? Yeah. Do you think more cat screen time equals more views? I'll bring her back. Frozy, you alright there? She just gave me a slow blink. I think our relationship is being mended right now. So I'm going to add a healthy dollop of that. What is this? Ultramarine blue, I believe? Yeah. Looks about right. I'm going to leave this out. Mostly because I'm lazy. Then I'm going to grab this Phthalo blue and add that there. Okay. So now I have this cadmium yellow medium hue. It's not actually a cadmium yellow medium, but it'll do. Get it? I rhymed there. By the way, I do want to point out our sponsors today. We are sponsored in part by Wrath Clothing Co. Rise above the hype. They made this hat. I went to a tie-dye class at Michael's over the weekend, and I was wearing this hat, and it saw the better of my experimenting. So, but yeah, you should follow them on Facebook at Wrath Clothing Co. I believe. That's that might be their Instagram. I'll tag it. I'll tag them. That'll do it. Or Adam, if you're watching, go ahead and tag yourself. Anyway, back to work. Also sponsored in part by Loot Crate and our fuzzy slippers. Thanks, man. I appreciate that. All right. I'm gonna add a little bit of orange. What do you think? Yeah? I'm gonna add a Pyrrole orange here. And here's what I'm gonna do. Here's how I'm gonna organize this tonight. I'm gonna put the colors for my sky on this side of the palette, and then the mountains that I'm eventually gonna do on the bottom here, over here. I'm gonna use all of these colors eventually, so I've actually been doing something pretty cool. You can't see it from your angle, but this entire tiny house is made out of wood. So every extra paint that I get every night, I've been painting the wood around there. It's gonna look pretty cool when I'm done, I think. So anyway, I'll upload a picture of that too. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it simple for now. I'm gonna add these colors, and I like to add the colors as I'm going. I'm not really trying to mix colors to create anything new here, so I'm gonna stick with this for now. And let's get some water. Let's do ourselves a favor. The old milk jug here. Hope everyone's doing good tonight. I certainly am. Oh, you know what we should do? This is a sandalwood incense. Let's add some Japanese wisdom to our painting tonight. Let's say. Okay, we're going to start off with the 1.5 flat brush. That's the largest brush that I use. That's right here, this guy. And I'm going to dip it in a considerable amount of water here. I'm also going to, now that I look at my canvas, add a little bit of Mars Black. I'm going to put this Mars Black kind of far away from the white, or this medium rather. Alright, so let's go ahead and do this. Fill up this other cup that I have in here. Alright. I'm gonna go ahead and put on some music. Tonight's music is brought to you by Charles the Hines. That's my good friend Charlie Hines. There's a lot of bugs in here. Sorry guys. He makes some dope music. I might be playing some music that he doesn't know I'm playing, which I am sorry, Charlie. Please forgive me ahead of time. It sounds awesome though. So yeah. Anyway, enjoy. Thank you for watching, guys, and This is Tiny House Studio Live, episode number 26. Let me do the Ash Ketchum thing. Ready? That didn't work at all.
Please.
I'm doing this crisscross motion when I'm painting. Making sure to cover all of my angles here. Also my counters. I'm actually gonna go ahead and pause that and go and play some new Charles the Hinds because it sounds great and just want you guys to be exposed to it. So here it is. I don't think it's ever been heard before, and Charlie, I'm so sorry if you don't want me to play this. Jesus, this is amazing, Charlie. That was incredible. That was incredible. I don't know who you are watching out there, but I'm blown away by what just happened there. Before he gets angry at me, I'm gonna stop playing his new music, and I'm gonna go to this song called Jameson because I think it's named after me, maybe. I like the colors that's happening here. I get a little dirty and paint the underside. Hope you guys are enjoying your Monday. We're back to it, another week. It's cool. I'm liking Mondays. Never thought I'd say that, you know? Let me get some more of this yellow in there. Looks cool. That ain't supposed to happen. some colors. I'm adding a cadmium medium. Just a little bit of that. I'm gonna go ahead and add some, what are we looking at? What are we looking at, James? I'd say, what, a prism violet? Nah. Let's go with the, no, you did that the other day. How about a purple? Diox purple. Let's call it Diox purple. Right on here. That was great. Alright, switch up the brush. No. Okay. Let's get a little bit of paper towel action up in here. What you guys are doing? Great. I'm doing great. I love painting. You like painting? What do you like doing? I just mixed up some yellow and purple, shout out Lakers, and then I'm just going to splash that right on there. Yep, I love that. I'm going to add some more of that yellow. I'm just going to go up that canvas. This looks really abstract. I'm really excited about this. I'm gonna get a little bit more fine with my X strokes here. Okay, great. Now, I've heard this one. Let's go to, let's go here. Guys, I hope you are enjoying Tiny House Studio Live episode number 26. I'm Touche. Follow me at Touche on Instagram. If you're watching this in the future, can't you believe how bad this looks? Or good? Maybe I got worse in the future. Whoa, that's a thought. What if I get worse later? And I reminisce on like, oh my god, what if I lose an arm? That's my biggest fear. Losing a limb or my eyesight. Just end it. What's your biggest fear? They say we should face our fears, but honestly, I don't want to face. Well, although I'll be honest with you, every day at work, I use a giant cutting machine. It cuts paper. Like 500 sheets, with no problem. I stick my hand inside the machine all the time. One of my biggest fears. One day it's gonna come to life and just chop it off. That's it. No more hand, James. For safety, you know. They say it's, you know, I'm not superstitious. I'm just not gonna tempt the future.
Existed, you could not be stopped by a slug.
that's it for the sky right now. Just one more stroke there. Let me fix this right here. Alright. We're gonna move on to our actually, let's just darken this up real quick. Great. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and pause that. I'm gonna go ahead and go ahead and say go ahead again. I'm gonna start adding some stars to this, but before I do that, I want to add that that deep, Milky Way band that's there. So to do that, it's really simple. I learned this the other day. It's pretty easy. Just grab a bunch of white. What I'm gonna do is take a pause, take a swig of this beer. Now that's a beer. Good. And then just start dabbing on it. Start dabbing on them. It brings out that color there. So I'll be honest with you, like I'm not even looking at the canvas. I'm just looking at that while I'm doing this, and kind of just feeling it out. Feeling out the darker parts of it, or the lighter portions, I should say. And then I'm going to follow that instead of to just what the horizon line is going to be, all the way just down here. Okay. And then I'm going to start blending that in. Now when I blend this in, I'm going to switch over to a filbert brush. And when I keep this guy dry, I'm going to just start dipping that brush into the canvas and mixing in those colors from the background and our new pretend galaxy here. I'm going to go over this again one more time after I do this with the black. So this isn't technically the last of it. So there's going to be another one or two more passes of this brush blending into the background. But don't worry if it doesn't look like much right now. Soon enough it should give you that effect. Then I'm going to come in and dip my same brush into this black just a little bit. I just want that edge to be darker. And I'm going to go across from here and kind of just follow that ridge. There's a ridge up the side of the Milky Way. I'm just going to dip just the tip of that and then brush across. I'm going to keep doing that. I don't want a lot of paint on my brush there. I just want a little bit. I'm going to keep going across that. I'm just using the edge of this brush. Going across and just letting that in. Now I'm going to dry that off and get that so there's not much paint on it again, and then go back in and start blending in my edges. Now normally if I'm trying to take my time on a painting, if I'm trying to add more detail, I'll use a smaller filbert brush and then take time on each of these edges individually, but for the sake of this video, I'm just using a bigger brush and then expediting that process just a tad bit. So brushing the outside color, the sky color, into that kind of starscape that I just created there. I'm gonna mute some of the colors in that and bring it out. Just gonna brush them out and oh, I like that. That's cool. Let's add that to the horizon. That's cool. Yeah. I like that. That's a little, see, like Bob Ross says, you know, happy little mistakes. Happy little accent there. I'm gonna blend this part in. It looks a little harsh. And then get rid of this bright white. And down into the rest of the painting here. And blend the rest of this in. Have some more of that blue here. And just that's pretty cool. Alright, I like that. So far so good. Now I'm going to start adding those stars to this. Now, to add the stars, I started, like, there's a bunch of different brushes that I've been trying to use, and I've been trying to figure out which one's the best. And it turns out that the best brush to use is something that's wider, and then barely put any white paint on there, mostly put some water, and splash that water on there. But it's super messy. There's so much paint everywhere all over my tiny house right now. So I'm trying to come up with a different, more contained star spankling system. That's not a good term. But until further ado, I will have a very painted tiny house after this. This entire tiny house soon will be a piece of art itself. And like all of my pieces of art will be for sale. If you go to touche.com/shop. Alright. I'm gonna grab some fresh water here. That looks empty enough. Alrighty. Got a little bit of paper towel here. And as I do these stars, I'm going to go ahead and put back on the musical stylings of Charlotte Hines, because I will get a little bit intense during this process, so I tend to zone out. So I will allow myself that opportunity to zone out, and I would like to thank you for watching Tiny House Studio Live, episode number 26. We're trucking right along here, guys. We'll be to episode number 100 before we even know it. Mark my words. Alright. I added a good amount of water to that. That's just gross. That's what that is. But it should create wonders, so let's see what happens here. Here is another one by Charles Hines. This one is called Fudge It. This is another new song. Thank you for watching, guys.
Something
That was freaking incredible. We're just gonna let this play through, guys. We're just gonna work on these stars. Alright, I think I like that. I'm gonna move right into the mountain, guys. Adding here a little bit of a burnt umber. I'm going to mix that with the red oxide.
Blaze.
palette knife.
Person's mind can become confused when suddenly they receive a brutal shock. I didn't believe a man existed who could not be stopped by a slug from a 45. I didn't believe a man existed who could not be stopped by a slug from a 45. A person's mind can become confused when suddenly they receive a brutal shock. I didn't believe a man existed who could not be stopped by a slug from a 45. I didn't believe a man existed who could not be stopped by a slug from a 45.
Oh, computer died. And so did my palette knife. Well, hope you guys are enjoying the episode so far. These mountains look kind of interesting. My excited to see what happens when I start adding these darker sides here. They're not going to be accurate at all. I'm just kind of letting the knife do most of the work there. I'm getting it really flush up against that canvas there, you see. And then I'm going to come in, I'm going to just add a tiny bit of this blue that I got here. And start adding in those opposite edges, those shadows. I'm going to kind of call this a space mountain. I like that idea. There's no snow on this space mountain. It's gonna let my laziness kind of work to my advantage here. Kind of like that though. I'm gonna add some more dark colors to this though. So I'm gonna add a what do I got here? Ooh, I like this Payne's Gray. I haven't used Payne's Gray in a little while. So there's some Payne's Gray. And I'm just gonna put this right back here. Gotta get organized. Gotta make sure we stay organized. And clean off that knife here. Just add just a little bit onto that edge, just make sure we just get that, and then start going in here and highlighting those darker edges. And I'm going to go back in afterwards and try to highlight some of those lighter ones. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, so I'm gonna start adding. This is all gonna be another shade of color. I'm gonna add a different layer here. So I'm gonna let go of this, and I'm gonna add some of this Hunter's Green onto my very disgusting palette that has no organization at all whatsoever. I'm sorry about that. If you're following along, which, you know, I know so many of you are, so I apologize for that. This is all dirty. We're gonna dip that in this star stuff. Rip off a chunk of this paper towel, clean off our brush here. And then I had some Payne's Gray. I'm just gonna add that Payne's Gray to that green. Really utilize all the colors that I got here, and I'm gonna start trying to mix that bottom. So I'm gonna add a little edge here. So see this edge here? This is gonna be our foreground. Looks good. Great. And now this is the foreground that we're going to use to we're going to darken this up. Use that Payne's Gray. And when I get to making the trees here, I'm going to start using this as my base here. So I'm going to grab my fan brush and add a little bit of ivory black onto my canvas here, right in front of that green. Okay, and then I'm going to just dip that in here, just so I have just the edges of the fan brush wet in between. I'll make sure these, and I'm just going to start these shapes here. You know what I'm going to do actually? This is a little bit more wet than I anticipated, so I'm going to add some of this Ivory Black. I'm going to improvise this tree landscape here. And instead of using a brush like I normally do, I'm going to use there it is, this guy right here. The palette knife is a little bit thinner than my other ones, but it should do nicely. No problem. And then I'm just going to grab the palette knife and actually grab this brush here and kind of fade in those edges there. Alright, now we got like a nice little treescape here. Little silhouettes. I like that. I'm gonna add some final touches here, but I think I'm almost done here, guys, so I'm really, really excited that this moves along so quickly. And so nice, you know, I like this. This looks good. Well, guys, that's it. That's another episode. I'm gonna actually finish the bottom of this. Paint the edges here off camera, so I have more time to do that. But I'm so happy you guys watched. I'm gonna get out of this uniform. It's a little cozy in this tiny house right now. Thank you guys so much for your kind thoughts. Anyway, thank you for watching. I have paint all over me, so I'm gonna go and wash up, get this stuff taken care of before I gotta go to the corporate environment tomorrow. But I think thanks for watching. This was episode number 26. So follow me on Instagram at Touche, and if you want to buy any of these paintings, including this one, they'll be up tomorrow. This one will be up tomorrow on my Instagram. And all of them will be available at touche.com/shop. Right? I believe it's a /. It should be a /. So, yeah, go there. They're pretty reasonable for now. Anyway, thank you so much for watching. I love you all so much. And I'll be back on Wednesday at 10 p.m. Until then, my computer's dead. I can't play any music, so If I pick up Fozy, she'll have paint on her. So I'm not gonna do that, but thank you for watching Tiny House Studio Live, episode 26! Good night. Have a good night, guys.